doing Snap first thing in the mornings this week. See how that looks for metrics. We're gonna play some Electric Slide to start. I opened Dagger over the weekend. There's another movement payoff. So we've got Torch, Dagger, Vulture, and Multiple Man in the deck now. You play a card here to stray it. This location's actually pretty good for us when it pops up on the left because most of our movement stuff, like Heimdall, slides things to the left. So we'll be able to get some people into nowhere. My cards are cheaper, eh? I think I want to wait to Forge until, because if we can get Forge onto Torch or Multiple Man, that's better. So I think I'm going to Vulture mid, because he gets bigger whenever this card moves. Then we can Doctor Strange him to the right. And then Heimdall will slide left at the end, which will make him a 13 power. If my understanding of their Discord is correct, yes, we'll have a patch tomorrow with nerfs. Okay, so I'm going to Strange into Wakanda, and I think I'm actually gonna Forge into Nowhere, similar to how they Okoyo'd into Nowhere, just so he's not hanging out taking up space. So whatever card we play next after Forge will get bigger. We just like Dagger plus Hulkbuster, huh? Oh, this technically, oh, this isn't on reveal too, so he's actually not going to do anything here, but that's fine. Oh, they Professor X'd into Nowhere. That's really bad for us. I think this is actually one of my least favorite cards in the game, with how gimmicky it is. Yeah, I think we're done here. Honestly, with a lot of people playing Professor X, this archetype might just not be playable. Hey, what's going on, John? Thanks for the entire year. Welcome back. There are a lot of people playing Professor X into the what's it called location, the featured location from last night. But that card not letting things move basically just like turns off this entire archetype, and there's no counterplay to that, right? Because it just like says things can't be moved and stuff. Especially if they deploy it mid. I feel like playing a District X game. No, all the same on my end, Vorn Smith. I really appreciate the 40 months. Welcome back. Hey, Hulk, thanks for the 15. The last day of your sub gift, well, it doesn't have to be. We have a promo running this week with the Kingdom Maker mobile game. If you want to support my content with a little bit of your time, it takes less than 10 minutes to check out Kingdom Maker using my link on Android or iOS, and you get a free sub gift to the channel as your time. Cards Can't Be Played here is a generally decent location for us if Heimdall shows up. If your blue stacks is laggy, you probably don't have hardware acceleration turned on, so toggle that on in your blue stack settings. So I don't want to cloak until after we have Vulture and Friends in play. The question is, do I want to armor here or do I want to forge to power up our next thing? Probably just armor is fine. Vulture into here. We'll be able to slide him mid with Cloak next turn. Our ability to draw our movement payoffs, even with 4 of them now, has not been very good so far in these first few games. Why didn't Professor X get destroyed when he was playing there? Because Professor X says cards can't be destroyed. He's like a super armor, basically. He says cards can't be destroyed and they can't be moved. Well, this was easily the best draw in my deck. So I get to multiple men here and Cloak middle. And then next turn, Cloak says we can move cards here. So we'll be able to pull Vulture and multiple men into Clintar. And then we'll probably Rhino Clintar so that way my things aren't all minus here. Really want to draw Heimdall in our next card or two here. My understanding is that we're getting a patch tomorrow, yes. So multiple men's gonna pop back over here. I think I'm just forging. I guess this is 4 potential points if I draw Heimdall. We have what, 3 cards, 4 cards next, or 1 and 5 to draw Heimdall. Really doesn't bode well for us. I'm not gonna concede because we're up 3 here. We're gonna be up 7, but good chance we lose Titan here to a 6 drop. If they snap, I'm gonna bounce out. What's going on, Xanthias? Thank you for the tier 3. That's super generous. And thank you for the 33 months. Yeah, the second dinner devs confirmed that we're getting at minimum a Nova nerf, and they said they were going to be buffing a variety of things, which is good. I hope they touch Devil Dinosaur as well. Nova and Devil Dinosaur would be my must changes. Final turn against our archetype could have to be a little bit tricky for people because we can do so many different things. Is this +8? Ah, that's fine. That hit twice too. I wonder if this, I'm gonna be interested to see if they buff any of these other build-around archetypes. Both the movement decks, I think the on reveal ongoing decks, all of these could probably use a bit of a touch, but it could also be like if they nerf Nova, maybe the rest of it's fine. Okay, there's Iron Fist to start. So we have Fist to slide Human Torch if we want. I could also just pass here because Human Torch doubles its power when it moves. So we could like forge on 2 and then Human Torch. Now, I guess if I forge, then, yeah, never mind. So, because if I forge, I can't Iron Fist into Torch because then the Iron Fist will get the forge bonus. So we'll Torch middle to slide it left. It doubles its power. And then Strange can pull the Human Torch right this turn. That's super flow. So in 2 turns, we have to play into the Avengers compound. I could just, like, armor plus forge this turn. Just to take advantage of the extra resources. And then I have another resource to get next turn if I wait to play. Let's do that for now. I want to armor first, so that way armor doesn't get big enough to ruin this for us. It's a solid beat for us. All right, so we're gonna have to play middle next turn. Doctor Strange is gonna pull Human Torch to the right, so it'll go up to 8 power. And this is up to 4 from the Forge. Oh, that's super sad. That we have to play into Avengers Compound. Now, this would have been perfect if Compound wasn't here. Now I'm not going to have time to actually use Cloak. I'm going to Vulture here, so if we draw our Heimdall, he gets to slide left. We're really bad at drawing Heimdall this morning, Chip. Our opponent conceded. All right, doesn't matter. Cans rate, we don't know for people who sideloaded if they're gonna have to re-download an APK or we'll just be able to update. It depends on how the update rolls out. Grim Gleb, thanks for the 4 months. I appreciate the 3rd of the year. Welcome back. Good morning. Happy Monday. Raptors are pretty annoying for our deck. Things that come up the board, I mean, we have a harder time moving around, kind of suck for us. On Lark, thanks for the follow. Definitely a forge into multiple man angle here, I think. Well, this is another location that just puts stuff into play. It's kind of brutal. Huh. So, I think with the Hulkbuster draw, I'm supposed to multiple men center, so I can guarantee Hulkbuster, but that's actually not even the case because of expansion. Gross. No, we don't know any patch details yet. They took my card, chat. Storm coming out of the expansion is flavorful. That's kind of a bad beat for us, that the super flow here. The super flow here no longer has their card on it. Okay, so Doctor Strange here will pull Human Torch, and then I have, we're winning here then. Well, I guess this is gonna go up 2, right? So this is gonna go to 12, so I'll have plus 14 here, and they're gonna go plus 2, so they'll have 14 total. So they'll be up 2 here. Then I guess we'll armor here, because we're hoping to draw Heimdall and slide all of these into the flooded zone, right? Okay. So even if we Heimdall here, this is 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to lose right as well. So we're probably torched here. I can't imagine the devs care too much about people sideloading. They, in fact, one person had tweeted at them, I guess I live in the Philippines now, when they opened the Philippines soft launch, and the second dinner Twitter tweeted a winky face at them. So, like, I would be surprised if they care. Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to give you... I wouldn't expect them to give you any support, but I'd also be surprised if they were too upset by it. All right, do I want a Rhino TVA here is the question. I think the answer is yes. Our hand's like decently well set up. Okay, so let's go Human Torch plus Hulkbuster here. And then we can Doctor Strange into the Danger Room next turn to pull this over. Getting it up to 12 power. There's a Devil Dino left. And we know they have another Devil Dino almost assuredly because they Moon Girl last turn. I'm hoping this card eats a nerf tomorrow too. It's real obnoxious. Well, with the multiple man drawn, do we Iron Fist into multiple man to set up Heimdall? I guess I could just Strange into multiple man. Wait, that was their only play on 5? That's weird. Yeah, I think we're gonna be done with this deck. This archetype doesn't seem very good. At least in comparison to the Devil Dino stuff, it feels like we're doing a whole lot of work for something that's just not powerful enough. Even with having more movement payoffs, they're just not very good. I almost assuredly did here, but if they're not going to snap, we'll stay in for 1 cube for a change. We've conceded the rest of them, but I'm going to play something else. Yeah, we've played against a bunch of Devil Dinos this morning. Which is like the rate, 14 power for 3 resources, just a very incredible rate. Like, look at how many hoops we had to jump through to, like... Oh, I forgot to click end turn. Look how many hoops we had to jump through to, like, make this a real card. Oh yeah, we didn't play against any Professor X's last time we played either, is a good call. Yeah, it's like, LOL. Alright, we won mid, but we lost everything else. Yeah, honestly, if you want kind of a Marvel Snap hot take, I actually think Devil Dino's a bigger metagame problem than I think Devil Dino's a bigger metagame problem than Nova is. It's harder to have counterplay to Devil Dinosaur because there aren't any proactive ways to stop a Devil Dinosaur. With Nova Carnage, you can like line up armors and cosmos in advance on different lanes to stop them, and you can't do that with what's it called? You can't do that with that deck or with that card. You have to like react to it with Enchantress or Shang-Chi. You can't proactively set up a counter to it. Play some of the Beast deck. I want to try out Chavez in this deck to see if she makes it meaningfully more consistent. I cut my 4-drop for it. My Khazar. That might be wrong. It might be right to cut a 1-drop, so I'm gonna try it. Try both, I think, and see how it feels. Hey, Hickahuck, thanks for hanging out for over 4 years. I appreciate the 51 months. Welcome back. Scarlet Witch, New York here on 1. We want to get our 1-drops played out proactively in this deck, so that way Falcon and Beast can pick them back up. That's a bishop. Yeah, sign me up.
Oh, snap.
My opponent snapped? Sure, in. They put Nakia into the negative zone, really.
I am Ego, and this is my domain.
Oh god, there's no way Ego plays this deck appropriately, right? Alright, bud. He did sequence the cards in the right order here, though. So I think I'm actually gonna snap. Yeah, here's hoping Ego Scarlet Witches himself. My opponent conceded. Yeah, alright, get out of here. Our deck's so easy, even Ego can play it, chat. What an easy game. Ideally, we don't like to lead on Agent 13 if we have a different 1-drop, because if we draw Collector, this can pump Collector up. So we'll chill on that for the time being. If we don't draw Collector or Angela next turn, we will play Agent 13 out onto Stark Tower, because we just want to have a bunch of ones built up here, so that way Beast can bounce them all back. Post Bishop. Click the button, chat. I'm so bad at it. I get talking to chat and I forget that the button's there. Alright, I'm gonna put a question mark in my title, because I'm pretty sure they mentioned in the Discord that the patch is coming tomorrow, but now people are making me doubt myself. I think we bishop right, so that way we can Angela mid, and then turn 4 is gonna be Angela mid, Beast left, and then our turn 5 we can redeploy here and here potentially. I think I'm willing to snap at this point too. I think we have a pretty good permutation set up here, because we'll be able to get back into Stark Tower before the bonus pops off for it too. Opponent conceded, sure. I mean, to answer your question, yes, the devs said they have all of the changes locked in for tomorrow. Have they told us what those changes are? No, they have not. I hate District X, chat. It's so lame. I don't think it's, like, obviously not unfair or imbalanced, but it feels... I always feel like my turn has been wasted when District X... I feel like my game has been wasted when District X flips up, because I didn't get to play the deck that I was working on, right? Like, a lot of the time I'm, like, building a deck and I want to play whatever deck I'm working on, and just, like, suddenly I have to play something else. It just makes me sad. We're just Draxing somewhere, huh? I guess we don't really know where they're gonna play. Maybe we just assume they're gonna play into District X again, because they're ahead here. Rip. So Drax one of the Guardians of the Galaxy, so he gets bigger if you correctly guess which location your opponents are playing at. I think this is just like Moon Knight plus Mojo here. It could be right to play into Strange Academy here, but that's just gonna push everything out, right? So might as well play into Titan and choose where my stuff goes. Nah, there's no way. This type of random effect is something they want to be in the game. I just personally find it dry. And I think the people in chat saying that, like, it's a location that's good for new players. You get to see new and interesting cards. I think that's definitely true. You're snapping. Alright, sure. I'm not snapping back, but I think I'm definitely in it to win it, so let's hang out. Wait, what? You snapped me after you Ultroned? Really? Oh! Did you see that, chat? They got Ultron and Patriot, and we just discarded their Patriot with Moon Knight. Get out of here. What a sick beat. What a sick beat. So, Patriot, for those that aren't familiar, gives all cards with no abilities +2 power. So Patriot would have given all of these drones +2. So they were counting on that to flip up. They were counting on that to flip up, and Moon Knight took a card for them. I actually have Ultron. I'm hoping to open Patriot at some point so we can screw around with that deck. Be only one card here for each player. That's definitely our collector. I think we just Yondu mid. If a bad spot flips here, we can Scarlet Witch it. So long wave. Yeah, Sewer's not great for us. That's a good pull though. So now we're hoping to draw a third 1-drop for next turn, so we can go 1/1 into Falcon on the right. Beast is pretty good though. Okay, with Beast, I think we actually Scarlet Witch mid and then Beast mid, and then next turn we can go Yondu, Scarlet Witch, Ant-Man, Falcon, and just crank the collector all the way up. It's a little risky to snap before we see what Scarlet Witch does here, but hopefully our girl doesn't rinse us off. Don't hose me, Miss Witch. Don't do it. Have a heart. That's great for us. Big House is bad for their Electro deck, notably. Oh gosh, that's an incredible draw. Well, do I want a Falcon? I could Ant-Man here, and then on 5, I could Falcon mid and pick all of these up, and then be able to Angela all the way up to 15. That's that could be the play. Let's do that. Oh no! Oh no! Wow, what an absolute disaster. Oh gosh, and now my last card is Chavez, and I can't play it either. I can't play Gamora either. That's a big rip. Got greedy, got punished. Clintar even flipped up to punish us not being able to reset Scarlet Witch there. I don't know that we're ever playing around Black Bolt in that spot, so I think my sequencing is correct. It sucks to get hit with the bad beat, but I think that's a card we ever play around there. We did the math. Oh, actually, it's even less than that. Because last time we didn't have Chavez in our deck. What's the math on not having a 1-drop in my first 4 cards in this deck? It's incredibly low. We are 98.5% to have a 1-drop in our top 4 cards. So this hand is the 1%. What's going on, Yokar? Thank you for the 10 months. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Collector into Clothing Vats is pretty good, though. Snap that one. It's a pretty good one, too. Especially when they're passing again. Oof. Big oof. So long, friends. Just collectoring mid again? The question is, do I want to like set up bishop for the space throne? I don't think I have time. I think I want to like collector into Angela left and get her going here. And I get to go Collector here, Agent 13 here, Falcon, pick these two up, power all of these up. And then obviously we're playing to win Xandar in the clothing bets. My body is ready to get Shang-Chi in the center. So Bishop into Agent 13 is the most extra power we can add here. It's the Shang-Chi, isn't it? They didn't concede, so it's gotta be Shang-Chi, right? I hate the fucking emotes, chat. They're so obnoxious. Nobody needs your little quip. We should play a one drop in his base to make Bishop bigger. Sure. Okay, yeah, that's technically correct. It doesn't matter. They're not champ. They're not beating 21 regardless. All that mattered is what was flipping here. It was unfortunate that Space Throne was the third location there because we couldn't play into another spot to build stuff up. Yeah. Mute emotes when, please. Oh, you know, maybe I should Yondu mid and set up Collector for Atlantis. Definitely be the case. I guess we could technically set up Collector for Atlantis and just plan to Falcon the Yondu back out, but it's a little bit worse if we draw Beast. It's the same person that was just emoting us. Forget what the usernames are. Repairs are definitely something they need to address. I know we have a smallish player base at the moment, but ideally you wouldn't instantly repair. Yeah. I think we're Collector into Atlantis with the intention of setting up Falcon to bounce the Yondu back. How many playable decks are there in Marvel Snap in your opinion? Right now there is one playable deck. We're getting a balance patch sometime this week, likely tomorrow, to address it. I guess I could Ant-Man to the left here if I wanted. I kind of want to Ant-Man mid though, right? So that way we can get the double ongoing effect. And the Yondu killed their Devil Dino, which is good for us. It's the deck that plays Nova Carnage, but it's not just a Nova Carnage deck. It's just as much a Moon Girl Devil Dino deck as it is a Nova Carnage deck. Chat, there is a dark dimension here, chat, to the people telling me we could have played Ant-Man for free. There is a dark dimension here. So to answer your question, no, it was not free. Alright, well, Professor X into the center. It feels good to see someone get cheesed out by this card, because it's definitely the cheesiest card in Marvel Snap. I could play a bunch of stuff into Atlantis, planning to Scarlet Witch it. Oh, I could have played it into Atlantis. Oh, the left. Play it into the left. The other right. Got it. Yeah, you're correct. Someone said the right. I looked at the right. Oh, no, you said left. Whatever. I'm wrong. Just snap and they'll concede. Yeah, maybe. That's fine, right? We're still winning there. Yeah. Yeah, I plan to do that, Hickahawk. I plan to promote it on YouTube a little bit more, but what do you plan to do at the next turn? Okay. Yeah, Friday I signed off with a headache, Hickahawk, and then I really didn't do a lot of work over the weekend, so we'll promote the... Oh, and thanks to whoever did the Kingdom Maker promo, by the way, up to 31. Oh, because it was Dark Dimension. So it turned into Limbo, but it was technically after the 6th turn it ended. So Magic Dark Dimension doesn't work. I think they were losing regardless, but it's still funny that they lost the extra cube because of it. If you want a really easy way to support my content that doesn't cost you any money, but just a few minutes of your time, this goal counter here, it gets to 110, I get a bit of a bonus. And as a thank you to everybody that checks out Kingdom Maker, you get a free sub gift to the channel if you play through to level, get your keep to level 2. Takes less than 10 minutes to check it out. Never not undo on one shit. So long, Chavez. All right, well, we're definitely not Angela-ing into Clintar, so I think I'm gonna gamble a little bit and Angela into the unknown. Bishop into Clintar is fine, or Collector into Clintar is fine. Los Diablos could also end up rooting this, which would be okay for us. Clintar is staying how it is. We might Scarlet Witch this Clintar, huh? I think I want to leave an open spot here, so this way if I draw Beast, I can pop it back up. It might be right to Mantis, right? They might not want to play into the spot with the Collector, thinking they already have it locked up. Oh, they did? Sick. Alright, so our Mantis hits. They draw one of my cards. I draw one of their cards. Everybody gets a card. My poor Yondu. What did Yondu ever do to you, Electra? This is a card I actually really want to open. I think this card is sweet. Cards cost one less. Okay, that's interesting. All right, where are we playing for? I think we're playing for Elysium plus runes at this point. Adding Korg. Korg plus Yondu. Korg plus Yondu and Mantis is a huge Donbo. And we know we're drawing Chavez next turn, right? So where are we playing Chavez at is the question. I guess this is free. So I can wait to play Nightcrawler out. Actually, I can wait to play both of these, right? To see what they do. And not let them know how much power we're going to have. Yeah. Well, I guess I could technically wait on the Collector as well, huh? Where is Zero good? Zero is good with the 1 mana 6 power card, as well as that's one girl. Oh, they stole our beast, chat. Infa, does it work with Infa? It definitely works with Red Skull. Okay, so they put Moon Girl into their hand, which is kind of scary. I think Chavez 0 wins center, right? And then we Nightcrawler right. So I'm going to go up to 10 total power here. And we're going to gain 13, 14, 15, 16 in the center. Yeah, zero combos with a bunch of cards that typically have drawbacks. It could be right to 0, right to hedge one more power here. Definitely not confident enough to snap, but I think we have a decent shot to win. I think I stay if they snap too. We're adding a lot of power to the board here. Hopefully they play into the center, because they're farthest ahead there. They're farthest ahead in these locations, so hopefully they're playing into these instead of play. If they play hard right, we get torched here. Ah, fuck me. Alright, how big is this last one? Hopefully it's just a 3 and then we tie here. What's other Sentinel, though? Do we lose mid here? This can only get 2 bigger, right? Or 4 bigger? Are we good? I think we're good. Oh, we're gonna lose the tiebreaker because of the Collector. So I actually would have won if I would have put 0 on the right. Zero right would have won the game for us. So the tiebreaker is total power here. So because they're up by more here, they win. But if I would have put 0 into the right and bet 11 here, I should have played around 2-3-3 here, I think. And honestly, it was probably right to hold the Collector to like wait to decide where I put this, because we could have put Collector mid and put both of these here to hedge a little bit. Yeah, that's what I should have held the Collector the turn prior because of the Elysium. Is the sequence. We're gonna do Snap first thing in the morning for the streams this week and see how it goes. For people that are new, I play a few different games on stream, so I like to shuffle them around and see what metrics look like here and there. Only been doing Snap for a little bit, so still trying to figure out where exactly we want everything to go. They played a 1-drop into here as well. Are they also Scarlet Witching? Nightcrawler, sure. So, Monster Isles actually... God bless America. I was going to say, Monster Isle is actually bad for us because now I can't beast things back here, and then my beast got scarred into the center, so... Oof. gonna play all of these. It doesn't really matter where we play them. Well, they made their whole hand bigger. And we get their hand on turn 6. This location's actually pretty decent for us because our deck's pretty good at getting its hand empty. Can you claim yourself for the mobile game? DM me a screenshot of your keep at level 2, and I will hook you up with the sub gift after the stream is done today. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Mindscape will buff the collector at the end. So you have a decent shot to win mid. Maybe I'm not supposed to Okoyo mid because of that. Hey, Ebanon. Thank you for the brand new Prime. I know there's a ton of great people you can send that to every month here on Twitch. Thanks for sending it this way this month and keeping me around. Man, the fact that we don't have priority here really sucks. Do I Falcon all of these 1-drops back to my hands? I probably can't, right? Because they get them back. Well, Jug Right doesn't really do anything because they have priority. They only have 1 card in hand. If we'd have had priority here, it would have kicked the armor over, and they wouldn't have gotten to do that. Chavez might be fine here as a 12. Mindspace does buff collector. Didn't it? I thought it did. Don't we lose? What did we lose to that was in our hand? Obviously, Blue Marvel off the top of their deck beat us here, but what did we lose to out of our hand? We gave them a bunch of 2-power 1-drops. So they could have like added 4 power here. I guess they could have added 6 from, oh, we gave them Ant-Man, right? Was Ant-Man one of our 1-drops? Yeah, I think you're right that Ant-Man was one of the 1-drops. Yeah, I know. I will say that one of the things they desperately need to add to this game is the ability to see cards that you know are in your opponent's hand. And I don't know how they do that cleanly via the UI, but it really needs to be added. Anything I could be keeping track of with a pen and a piece of paper should be kept track of automatically for me. Mindscape should definitely trigger collector as worded. If it didn't there, I'd assume that's a bug or a collector needs to be reworded. It's confirmed a bug by the devs. Okay, cool. I like to fill out ones over to the left. That way if we draw a copy of Beast. Confused, why did we escape so early? Because the center said I couldn't play my 1-drops in it. So, thanks to Scarlet Witch, we're actually going to play into the bar with no name here. I think next turn's probably going to be Collector into Falcon, unless we draw Beast, and then it'll be Collector into Beast. Sad that we lost a 1-drop. Huh? Well, that's insane. All right, so we go Snap, we go Collector, Scarlet Witch, Mantis, Ant-Man, Falcon. Deck, trigger our collectors. Ooh, we hit their Moon Girl. Well, if we weren't winning before, we're definitely winning now. And then Falcon picks up our 1-drops. Okay, so we have to Scarlet Witch here. And then we can Ant-Man plus Moon Girl here. And then Moon Girl copies our hand and makes our collectors huge. If you haven't seen this deck before, that means you're not subscribed to my Marvel Snap YouTube channel. Tons of great deck highlights and other Snap content up there. Be sure to check it out. We could win Hala. Nah, Nova Carnage. Having 2 collectors is pretty good. Turns out. A little above average. I recommend collecting their collector. It's a strong line, honestly. Our friends playing out over here. We've got Beast plus Bishop already. 1-drop. 1-drop. Nice. That's a sickest 1-drop. We get to kill the Quinjet now. I'm gonna snap. I actually opened Quinjet over the weekend. Once we see how they're nerfing Devil Dinosaur, we're going to build a Quinjet deck. So long, friends. It's 1 NRG this turn. Well, that's perfect. So I get to Bishop mid, and then we get to Collector into Beast next turn. This Devil Dino confirmed nerf. I'm just assuming the game designers are competent and Devil Dino is getting nerfed. The only nerf they've confirmed is Nova, but they've gotta understand that that card's a problem. Unfortunately, we can't bounce Agent 13 here, but obviously our play is very scripted this turn. Thoughts on a format where people get banned 1 to 3 locations? That sounds really incredibly tedious and unreasonable. Chat, this game lasts 3 minutes. Why would I want to spend 3 minutes waiting for people to ban locations? Variance, look, hot take. Variance is a good thing. I think this game has a reasonable amount of variance in it. You want to preset? It just sounds way too complicated. Sounds like there's just way too much going on. All right, where do we want to Angela? I basically got to decide what locations are we playing for here. It could be right to play for the Onslaught Citadel. We could realistically play for all 3 locations here, and maybe we just do to hedge our bets. Honestly, we'll Electra the Mantis, and then we'll Scarlet Witch. We'll Yondu, we'll Agent 13, we'll see what they do, and then we have a Chavez next turn. It might be right to fill this out, so that way Chavez can try and win one of these 2, actually. Yeah, that's probably the line. Yeah, card gamers like to try and optimize the fun out of the games that they play. It's definitely a very card gamer thing. My body is ready to be Shang-Chi'd. I know I said it, chat, but I wasn't actually. My body wasn't actually ready.
Oh, snap.
So they're at a virtual 7 here, so I assume we're done. Alright, I think I've been Shang-Chi'd enough times this morning that we're gonna play something else. The stack gets a little torched by that card. Ooh, 200 credits. 1819, 1866, slow and steady. Let's play some Mr. Negative. That card gets to ignore this deck gets to ignore Shang-Chi nicely. It's very possible that other deck wants to play a copy of Armor, not only for the Shang-Chi, but also just Nova interaction. Yeah, I think the Mr. Negative deck's my favorite too. I actually opened Crystal over the weekend, so we got a copy of Crystal to add a little bit extra consistency for us, which is nice. He's a 4-drop, 4-power that shuffles our hand back into our deck and draws a new one. This hand's not great, but Sunspot on 1 at least fills out the early curve. Great. There's our namesake. A lot of our payoffs for it are in hand already. We have White Tiger and Nakia in our deck. Wow, if that's not just the roughest beat there ever was. Unfortunate. Nakia in your Blade deck is an interesting choice from the opponent. Okay, let's do this in the other order because one of the 4 cards remaining in my deck is an Odin, so we could trigger White Twigger twice potentially here. Losing my 6 power sunspots, a little bit of a beating. Okay, Odin's now 1 and 3. Hit me, dealer. Nailed it. I'd like to dedicate this this Odin to Yondu. Nakia pumps up the GM here. All right, so we're technically losing left, huh? We play Iron Man here, Psylocke mid, and I think we have a decent shot here because they need to play into the left, and they also need to beat one of these 2 spots, and they only have 1 card, so I assume they're torched here. It's very good, Beetle. This game has perfected the I'm just gonna play one more. The gameplay loop is just so good at its core. But it's been a long time since I was hooked into a card game as much as I'm hooked into this one. It is Nakia to fill out our curve early at least. I think I'm gonna snap a Sinister London here. Double Nakia on 3 Suns, really good. Oh, he had a second one in the Kingdom Maker promo. Thanks to whoever did that. Appreciate you. So Nakia here says on reveal, she gives all the cards in her hand plus 2 power. That's gonna happen twice here. And then I explicitly do not want to Mr. Negative into Sinister London because I don't want to do it twice. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll put this into Atlantis for now. That is a large Venom, chat. Okay then. Huh? And I think we just crystal here as well, right? Just like get a bunch of 16 powers in. Or add 16 power to the board. Oh yeah, that's true. Crystal first would have put a bunch. I mean, my deck was a bunch of like Mr. Negative hits though, right? I think that's fine. Give me Iron Man back, please. Give me Iron Man back, please. Rip. We needed Iron Man to win, right, chat? I think we're dead, huh? We needed that Iron Man. And honestly, the Iron Man being in our deck is more of a reason to not crystal first, right? So I wanted 2 shots of getting Iron Man into like the danger room. I can't Odin into Iron Man because I don't have Odin. Odin's only at his current location, and these spots are full. Mr. Negative's almost ready for an upgrade. Nakia is not Jubilee, correct. Sunspot on 1, negative on 4. That's a Snapchat. Thanks for checking out the mobile game promo. Nice base stun. Enjoy the sub gift, Rooney. Wow, our hand gets a bit worse when we draw our best Mr. Negative payoffs right off the bat. I don't think we're supposed to crystal first. That gets rid of the negative, right? Does it come out on PC? There's currently no structured release date for the game at the moment. So it happens, but it happens. We don't have open beta or PC release date yet. They said when they do an official full release, it will also be on PC. No timelines yet. And that's pretty typical in the industry. Games companies, like, look at what happened with Cyberpunk, right? Games companies would rather just be like, nah, we're not telling you, rather than, like, give a projected release date and then miss it, and then have a bunch of people bitch that they missed the release date. Okay, well, Jubilee's not bad. Drop her here, pump some into Sunspot. Yes, currently enclosed. Oh my god, I'm talking to chat. I just played this into Cosmo. All right, I'm gonna retreat now because I was talking to chat and played this into Cosmo. Cosmo stops Jubilee from happening. Yeah, no public release dates for anything yet. We're supposed to get a patch this week with some card adjustments, so hopefully the patch this week brings with it, some more people into the game. I did, and that's about the only thing Onslaught is good for. Hopefully they buff, hopefully the ongoing cards are in the things they buff this week in the patch. Alright, this hand's not terrible. We get to Psylocke into Crystal if we don't draw Mr. Negative. And if we do draw Mr. Negative, obviously the hand's great. This gives us a chance to find our key card here, which is nice. Yeah, exactly that, Hickahawk. Once you pick a release date, you're forced to either release an unfinished product or have people complain that you delayed. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Never tell me the odds, chat. Never tell me the odds. We crystalled and then redrew the exact same cards we already had in our hands. Yeah, this is one of the I honestly I think Magic goes in almost every deck draft. I think Magic is probably the most important card from Pool 3 that's just super inaccessible. Huh. I guess we just do this. Hope it's good enough. Well, I think I have a Sunspot split, and we can level up now with that. Yes, yeah, exactly that. This deck really wants to maximize the number of draws it gets after Mr. Negative, and Magic gives it more draws post Mr. Negative. That's even before you consider the fact that it gets buffed by the card itself. Just the fact that it extends the game to give you more chance to leverage your payoff is the important part. Are there any good Patriot decks out there? Probably. It's just, you know, not a lot of people have the card, so. Give me a month, okay? I'm about a month out from having all of the cards. Now, for now, we're just working with what we got, but about 30 days, we'll have a full collection and we'll be ready to go to answer all of the is this good questions. And to be fair, the current, even if we did have Patriot, I'd assume whatever Patriot deck you could build right now is probably worse than Mr. Negative. Or sorry, Mr. Negative. We're playing Mr. Probably worse than Nova. Alright, well, it's a consolation to Kia if we don't draw Mr. Negative next turn. Yeah, like having a really strict deck building restriction to make Patriot work and just get less power than Double Nova, like, yeah. The ladder resets monthly. That's a good beat. I guess at least our Arnim Zola didn't get put into play again. One Mr. Negative, please. Whole lot of nothing. Man, our variance has been rough this morning. Not been a good look for us. Right, there's our namesake.
Oh, snap.
They're snapping me? I'm not giving them an extra cube. They've got two multiple men and a vulture payoff. Yeah. Even with drawing Mr. Negative there, I think we're incredibly unfavored. They high rolled all their good payoffs, so I'm not giving them. Listen, bud, you want to try and get an extra cube out of me? Let me stay until the end. All right. Another person playing Cerebro makes me want to play that. Let's do that for a little bit. Which spot in that deck would Magic replace? I have no idea. One of the things that's complicated about card games is you have to try stuff. So one of the pieces of top end is probably the answer, but I don't know which one. We used up all the good variants last week, laddering with Agatha. I think Agatha's fine. I might play some Agatha today. Dear X-Mansion, please don't hose my Cerebro. Alright, so Moon Girl here is gonna copy these three. Played good enough, even if it discards Cerebro. Well, don't discard Cerebro, idiot. Just don't discard your good card. Come on now. Don't do it to me, Dick. Don't do it to me. Deal. Deal. Have you ever thought of being luckier? Being luckier is a really strong line, chat. If you've never considered it before, would highly recommend. Majologist, thank you for the 27 months. I appreciate the prime. Welcome back. them pulling my cards out of X Mansion kind of seems like a win for us, right? Well, it's also a matter of you make your own luck to a degree, right? Like, you can choose to just not put, you can choose to not play into, like, you could, like, watch this game, right? I'm gonna sequence so my blade can't hit my Cerebro. Like, that's a conscious sequencing decision I get to make this game, is my blade's gonna fill my curve, but it's also never gonna have a chance to hit my Cerebro. Because we go, like, Cerebro Sentinel here, and then we go Blade Sentinel Cerebro next turn. And the question is, can we beat them reanimating a big thing in the middle? I think so. So we go Blade, Sentinel, Cerebro right, and then this is, these are all gonna be 9s, so we'll have, what, that's 27, 31 here? Yeah, that's fine. Good stuff. Yeah, that's exactly right, Stepkeep. People, like, something that's interesting about this game is, like, I always talk about people focusing too much on their total win rate in games, and Snap is a game where, even more than most, your total win rate with a given deck is almost completely irrelevant how it pertains to the ladder, because Snap's not about winning the most games, it's about winning the right games with this cube dynamic, the way the ladder works. You can be losing more than you're winning, especially with higher variance decks, but if you're extracting cube equity in the games that you're winning and you're conceding appropriately in the games that you're losing, that's fine. All right, well, these are free, so I think we just chill on them for now. Yes, yeah, the reason why Blue Marvel is able to be played in this deck is because he makes all of our 3s 4s, so they all still get the bonus. I can't tell if these locations are good or bad for us. Our opponents snap, so they obviously think it's good for them. I'm just gonna ruin this 3rd location. Okay, and then now here, right? Like, this is the setup for Blade, right? So I get to play Domino out, and then next turn, we get to go Marvel, Blade, Hawkeye, and then we'll have a 50% chance to discard our copy of Swarm and get some free ones. Yeah, runes just have no ability. Rhino runes the location. Comes in and jacks it up. Okay, and now we even wait another turn so we can Moon Girl the swarms for next turn, right? Damn. I think we're giving up the runes, chat, with the Iron Man there. Yeah. Okay, so the runes are torch. Potentially, depending on what they get here, we could... Okay, so they actually only have 24 here. We can win the runes. And I want Moon Girl to double the free ones, right? So we go Armor, Blade, Moon Girl. And then we discard this. Again, but do I want to play into here is the question. Oh, I need to play into the left to give Hawkeye bonus. We hedge our bets for now. I'm gonna have a bunch of free swarms, right? So it largely doesn't matter. We're just like hoping to draw Cerebro next turn. Okay, they did nothing, so they're about to infinite on us. So we have to draw a Cerebro here, or we lose. What? What an easy game, chat. What an easy game. Come get some. Oh. Come and get it. Oh, do we lose because of the Angela? I'm actually not sure where we're going to be on tiebreakers here. It might be close. No, we're good. We're good on tiebreakers, right? Yeah. Because they're only up by 11 and we're up by 17. Nailed it. Nice infinite. If you haven't seen this deck before, this is one of the many fantastic Marvel Snap decks you've missed by not checking out my Hoglandia Snap YouTube channel. Bunch of fantastic deck highlights there, mostly all off the beaten path. Lots of great ideas like this one. More like infinite. LOL. And it's fine. There's Hawkeye left to start. Slide our domino in. Spellslinger, thanks for checking out the Kingdom Maker promo. Appreciate the support. Enjoy your sub gift. They're playing Shocker, so they're a Patriot deck then? That's what that means. Negative Zone. Really not good for archetype. Let's go ahead and ruin that one here with Rhino. Any updates on the show and tell deck? I think that archetype is kind of middling. I am waiting for a balance patch. I've tried a few different things. They all just kind of... The show and tell archetype is a tough sell because spending that much mana to get cards that are smaller than Devil Dino feels really bad. It's like the TLDR. These are literally just vanilla cards, chat. They have no powers. So they're either memeing or they're playing a Patriot deck. Why not both? Why not both? Guess we're just moon girling, huh?
It's clobbering time.
This is a little annoying. This means I can't play big cards here. All right, do I lose to Patriot? Oh, that's a Cerebro, right? So we're good? Cerebro does it. So I put Cosmo here. This is 15. And if they Patriot, this is only 14. And this will go here. And I actually want to put Cerebro into this path as well because he can't get Enchantress here. Okay, I think we're good. Still covered on blue marble, right? We lose here, but we win these two. The Cerebro deck is definitely one of my favorite things to play, but there's a number of featured locations that end up opposing you. Like when Monster Isle was a featured location. You just couldn't play this deck because the 9 power thing means your Cerebro don't work. We were talking about decks I want 0 for earlier, by the way. This is another deck I would really like to have 0 for, because I think this deck really wants the ability to consistently play a 1-drop on 1, and it doesn't matter if we 0 on 1, because we're dominoing on 2, and taking her power away is irrelevant. Ooh, this is probably a game we're hosed. Even if X Mansion doesn't get us a Clintar, we don't have a Rhino in sight currently. Well, Deadpool doesn't hose us. However, Dr. Doom on the other side is take your cube, I'm going home type moment. Oh yeah, you want to snap? Nah, you can have your 1 cube. Enjoy. I'm pretty sure, by the way, chat, snapping in spots like this is wrong from the opponent. If I'm willing to limp along, they should string me. Unless they're, like, maybe their hand is garbage, but, like, they have 6 cards in hand. Like, I'm definitely conceding here when they snap. So if they don't think that, they should only snap here if they think they're losing on 6, basically. And that's one of the things that's interesting. I think that's something I mess up a lot too, is it's not correct to necessarily snap when you're ahead. The key to snapping for value is snapping when you're kind of behind but look ahead, or snapping when it looks close but you think you're really far ahead. It is easy to snap when you're excited. Big agree with that. All right, I guess we're playing Hawkeye mid. You can always safely play Hawkeye on 1 in this deck because we have Domino coming on 2. All right, that's fine. I believe Domino's not getting got by the danger room chat. Yes, it's like you don't necessarily always raise with a good poke rate. It's a great comparison. There's a Cerebro for us. Okay. On 5 cards must be played here. That's a little annoying. Do I just armor mid because they played Bucky there? I think we do, right? That means I don't have a 2 to fill with my 3 on 5 though, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna gamble and I'm gonna Cosmo mid. I think it was right to gamble on the Cosmo mid because because I wanted the 2 to fill my curve on 5. And now obviously we drew another 2, so it's a little bit less exciting, but I think that's fine. I think we just like armor Wolverine left now, right? Watch this be a Nova. I should have snapped here. It's fine. It's a wash. So we're up by 3 in each of these locations. So I think I actually just hedged my bets and swarm left and then Cerebro here. Oh, I guess we're technically not there's one more turn still. What would I cut for 0 in this deck? One of the more expensive cards. Maybe, probably Cosmo? Probably Cosmo. Could go either way, though. There's a blue Marvel. Love it. Okay, so we just like blue Marvel, right? To hedge all 3 locations, right? Best draw easy. I haven't tried this deck without Domino. Maybe you have enough 2s without her. So if you cut Domino, we have 4 2s. What's the hyper geo on having a 2-on-2? Is the question. Hold on, I'm gonna answer your question with math. Let's do math, chat. Alright, so there's 12 cards in my deck. Why is my ad blocker off? Hold on, fix that. Alright, 12 cards in my deck. 4 2 sample size 5. We want at least one of them. You're 93% to have a 2-drop on 2 with only 4. What if you get to 5? 97. I think if you wanted to cut Domino, yeah, because Hawkeye needs a 2-on-2, I think you would want 5 2s at a minimum still to not play Domino. You'd get to 97% chance to have a 2-on-2 without Domino. Number of 1-drops. You have 4 chances. So something that's actually interesting is that Domino actually makes you more likely to have a 1-drop on 1, which is a neat dynamic. So with 3 1-drops and Domino in your deck, you're 79% to have a 1-drop on 1. But with 3 1-drops without Domino, you're only 75%. So you gain 4 extra percentage points to have your 1-drop on 1 by playing Domino, because Domino is guaranteed not to be any of your first 4 cards. The calculations that go into figuring out, okay, well, how do these cards impact what you got going on are neat. No, we're not playing Chavez, and she does. If you haven't seen it, again, just shilling that Snap YouTube channel. I've got a statistics video up there talking all about Chavez and Domino and Quicksilver and how they impact your probabilities to draw cards. Although I actually hadn't considered in that video how Domino impacts your chance to draw a 1-drop, which is an interesting consideration. Gives you a few extra percentage points to have that on turn 1. For people that are new to the channel, I'm familiar with my background. In a former life before I was a full-time content producer here on Twitch, I have a couple of degrees in mathematics, both graduate and undergraduate. Spent some time in academia. We lost our 1-drop here. Oh, God. Oh, that's... God damn it. This is one of the few locations you just can't play around with this deck. It's just like, shit. I can't Rhino this one and undo what it's done. So because this made my cards bigger, Cerebro gives all of my highest power cards extra power, so I just like can't get the bonus now. Which is pretty big sad. Oh, they're Collector and Angela Mid. Okay, Collector and Angela Mid feels like I should probably just bail out there, right? Honestly, this might be a just bail out of the game in general because my Cerebros aren't going to work. I guess in theory, we could fight over the middle, huh? What if I Cerebro and then next turn we like Wolverine and Cerebro and then we Blue Marvel mid? Because like Blue Marvel and Moon Girl will both get pumped up. Maybe we can fight over this and we're okay here. Hey, Numo, thanks for the Prime. This is my full-time gig here on Twitch and I wouldn't be able to be here without subs like those, so thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, we can limp until they snap, I think. That's a good plan. That's weird. So Doctor Stranging Angela over counts as playing a card for Angela? Huh. I would not have expected it to work that way. Can we win this? I don't know if we could win this. I guess we could punt the right now, and we could like play in. We could punt the left and play into the right. I don't know if I want to stay in this for extra cubes. I think I'm just going to give them their one. Resolve effects happen before they count as being played. It's good to know. I intuitively wouldn't have expected to work that way, but it's good to tuck it away for the future. Yeah, Doctor Strange and Angela is a little bit of a combo. Is interesting. Yeah, maybe they'll Shang-Chi us. It'll work out. Oh, this is a bot, right? They have the... I haven't seen any real breathing humans with the monochromatic splits yet. So, almost assuredly a bot. Oh, you know what? I should have played Sentinel on 2 instead of Domino. If I would have played Sentinel on 2, I could have double 2-dropped this turn. Now I can't because I'm bad. I'm not gonna get to draw another card this game, but that's not really a big deal, right? Because I can't Cosmo any. I can't. My what's it called doesn't do anything anyways. That's a Groot. I guess I could have Sentineled to the right to prevent one from filling into my hand. Maybe that was the line. Pretty sure we're just Blue Marveling next turn. I'm gonna go ahead and Rhino and ruin the Strange Academy. Makes their Ant-Man a little bit worse left because he's not getting filled in by things teleporting there. Okay, so in theory, Blue Marvel means we're winning all 3 paths, right? Yeah, I couldn't have known Workshop was coming, but playing to that sequencing out for turn 4 even could also be relevant, admin. And in general, if you have Sentinel and Domino, I don't think the Guardians of the Galaxy's cards are very good. I think the upside you get for picking correctly with these cards usually isn't that much better than just playing other cards that have similar rates at those mana costs. Speaking of Gamora boosters, 38 to 66. All right, we'll have a new card tomorrow, it looks like. But on up that level track. 1838. Making our way up to 4600, slow and steady. One, twos, and threes can't be played here. That's a little bit of an oof for our deck. The end of the X-Mansion? Alright, we're officially limping until they snap here. That's a pretty bad one, too, for us. Yeah, Magic. Magic is definitely the card I want more than any other. Not close. A little bit of nice-looking symmetry on the board here with Crimson Cosmos and the big house on either side. Alright, don't hose me, X-Mansion. Well, I mean... That could have gone much worse. That could have gone much worse, Chip. Oh, they Killmongered into there. That's cute. Man, so part of me wants to... Oh, I guess I could do this here and I don't have to discard, right? So we just do this and then we Blue Marvel left? I think I'm staying in here. I think we have a good chance to win left and right here. And if they Chavez left, we win X-Mansion with Blue Marvel's buff, right? So they have to get plus we're gonna be 16 here. They have to go plus 8 here, and they have to also add something here. This is a little bit of a risky snap, but I think I'm into gamble this morning. There's a chance their deck just can't play into Crimson Cosmos, that I just have to win one of these two. My body is ready to get torched by Devil Dino. Sick. Alright, good stuff. Another reason I think this deck that we're playing is pretty reasonable is because getting to play Armor and Cosmo is just like parts of your deck on 3 power are really good in this game. Easily the best disruptive cards you can be playing. The fact that they are disruptive and lean into what we're looking to do anyway is quite strong. Yeah, Cody, but it could have been right to armor the right because both their cards that were destroy payoffs were already there, right? So yeah, that could definitely be an argument that that's something you should be doing there. A little bit of a graphical bug with Domino sometimes. She just kind of sticks in your hand. You gotta click on her to get her to appear in the right spot. Rocket Raccoon is very good into my Hawkeye. That is definitely the case. Ooh, and that's a Moon Girl. So we get to Moon Girl here, which will copy my hand, and then we have double Cerebro. I think we should probably snap here, honestly. So then I get to go 2-2 into 3-2 into 3-3. I don't mind putting rocks in my deck at this point because we're winning. Or I mean, not we're winning. We're playing cards out of our hand, so it just doesn't matter. I think we play to win left. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Might play Cosmo right next turn. Thanks for the follow, Uncloned. Welcome to Chalo Sporting. Are folks hanging out just for Snap stuff? We're going to be doing Snap for a couple hours at the start of my streams every day this week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm off Wednesday. We're going to be shifting gears to some Magic the Gathering here in a hot minute. Play a few different games on this channel. Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess I could have just double Cerebro this turn. I think you're right. That's better. It also showed my opponent I have Cerebro. So yeah, you are correct. I was wrong. I should have Cosmoed last turn. That's a good call out. I sequenced incorrect. In fact, if they don't see I have Cerebro there, my opponent maybe stays in and then I get more cubes. So I lost a little bit of ladder point equity there with my sequencing. Hey, TS Woo, thanks for the brand new Prime. For the new subs, by the way, that are coming in for the Marvel Snap stuff, be sure to pop into our subs Discord server there. I have a poll that I usually put up once a month or so asking folks that support my content which content they're supporting for. So if you're subbing to support Snap stuff, I'd love to justify making this a bigger part of my stream. But this is my full-time job. I got to pay my bills with it, so I gotta go where the numbers and the subs dictate to. So if you are subbing to support it, be sure to let me know on my survey posted in the Discord. There's also a lot of great channels in there. Snap, games, politics, food, all sorts of different channels to talk about different things, but I think we're Hawkeyeing on one. Yeah, I was gonna Hawkeye into New York. I don't want to put him in a location that would end up being bad for him. Domino here on 2. Baxter Building would have been a nice one to get him into. That's fine. If Baxter Building ends up going poorly for us, we can just ruin it with Rhino. Hey, Chris, thanks for re-upping that Prime. I really appreciate it. Welcome back. They're about to get a little weird. Alright, do I just Rhino the Weird World? I think I want to just Rhino the Weird World ship. Yeah, I think I'm over it. Okay, so if we Sentinel plus Strong Guy, we'll get another Sentinel, and then next turn on 5, we can go 2-drop, 2-drop, 1-drop. Hey, Guard, thanks for 38 months. What level on will I be facing real opponents? You consistently start getting real opponents at the 30+ rank point. However, there's always some amount of bots at the moment, because you got to remember, this is a closed beta. Always gonna be some amount while the player count is low. Well, I guess I'm gonna have 2 free swarms, right? So I actually don't want to play into here if it doesn't look like I could win. If your goal is to mostly play against humans, I would definitely not expect that to be the case until they exit. Beta. So Sentinel Strong Guy is obviously not a combo. I can play everything out here, but it feels like there's a good chance we die, huh? All right, we have 12 power everywhere. Your move, Yugi boy. They need to add 9 to one of these locations. I guess I could realistically just like slide these left and add one more thing here to Angela. It's probably honestly negative equity to even stand for 1 cube here, I think. Just like literally any Marvel Snap card beats us. All right, speaking of bots, let's wrap up with a couple of Angela games, huh? Or Agatha? We're just looking at Angela. Let's wrap up with a couple of Agatha games. For funsies. So Agatha, if you haven't seen her, speaking of bots, starts in your hand and plays your cards out for you. So the deck, but the asterisk with Agatha is she will always play herself if possible. So with Electro and Wave, we can actually get Agatha into play before turn 6, and then we can control turn 6 or turns 5 and 6 with this deck. And more importantly, you also still control how snapping works with your deck while you play. So like any hand we have Wave in our opener, we basically snap the opponent. Because Wave means we get to play Angela on 4 and then we control turns 4 and 5. Another thing that's interesting, we were talking about the statistics of the likelihood to have cards in your hand earlier. Agatha doesn't replace a card in your hand, she just cheats herself into your hand. So with Agatha and Chavez in our deck, we actually are incredibly likely to have one of our 3s by turn 3 because we're basically playing them in, we're basically counting into a 10-card deck. I am playing Domino to have a little bit of early curve filler, which hurts us back in the other direction, but still a pretty good chance to have a 3-on-3 in this deck. Fortunately, not this game. We're one in 3 to draw one of them there. Orange shop. Here's a Jubilee. And unfortunately, this Jubilee is 50% at a 3-drop now. It's a little bit oof. Although I guess if she hits a 3-drop, we get to Agatha next turn, and then we control the last turn. Oh, it looks like we're playing against a bot, so it doesn't matter. Speaking of bot games, it's a bot mirror match, champ. Oh, I guess we're technically less than 50% because of the Chavez interaction. That's fine. I think we're pretty likely to win this game with the Captain Marvel coming down. Alright, then we'll win this tiebreaker very easily. So we're tied here, and then we're up 24 here, so we win. And Agatha, when you play her, I play this Agatha deck a lot off stream just because you guaranteed get boosters for it. And I'm actually a sea creature that's large enough that I'm actually short boosters on my account. So I have like 600 credits at the moment I can't spend. Yeah, 550 credits I just can't spend at the moment. So I don't have boosters on things that I want to spend them on. Yes, I cut the Quicksilver advantage I get to. I felt like I wanted a higher chance to hit my threes on 3. Gated whale noises, yeah. This damn game making me actually play. Alright, Domino didn't go into Clintar, running hot. This damn Domino bug. Wait, the game ends on 4? Oh, well, that's not good for our hero. Alright, I mean, it's only 1 cube and we lose it regardless, so we'll Jubilee here and see if they beat us in TVA. I assume we're dead, though. Okay, if this hits Chavez, we win, right? Come on! Ah! What a sick beat. Brutal. Well, so here's the thing. So the more I think about the economy in this game, the more I actually like it a little bit. So the thing that's interesting about the economy in Marvel Snap is that once you spend a bunch of money up front or grind a bunch of time, it's actually really easy to keep up with everything later, right? Like, once I get my account all the way through to level 4,000 or whatever, getting every single card as they put them out in a slow drip just requires playing a very small amount. Because there aren't going to be giant card drop expansion releases. Their plans are to release 1 card a week. So that means we'll get 4 or 5 per month. How do you tell which opponents are bots? The bot usernames tend to follow a pretty particular play pattern. Damn it, Agatha! This is the danger to snapping when you have the accelerant. All right, thanks, Agatha. Appreciate you, Ag. If you have not seen my video on my Snap YouTube channel about how long it takes to get every card in Marvel Snap, definitely be sure to check that out. Broke down all the numbers there that it takes. I'm just staying until they snap for boosters at this point. We're super dead here, thanks to Agatha. All right, damn it, Agatha. These decks are unplayable. Stop it. Card game players are such hyperbolic turds. So it's unplayable. Derp derp derp. You wanna every deck that's not Nova Carnage is unplayable at the moment. And past that, every even good deck in this game has one or two locations where you flip up and you go, oh, that location flipped up. I'm incredibly unlikely to win this game because that location flipped up. Different locations create non-games for different decks. It's part of the variance by design that card games have. And there's an incredibly likely chance, chat, that our deck is just not very good. But the idea that the thing that makes it not very good is getting hosed by a location is just super silly. It's literally every deck that happens to. This is my second Agatha split, by the way, chat. One of the few cards I've split twice already. He's huge, chat, and only plays on the left. Yeah, I think the Cerebro deck's quite good, but there's a bunch of locations that make the Cerebro deck very bad. Absolute ton of them. Oh my gosh, she played Jubilee into Cosmo. Fair coin flip there. I think that's fine to stay in for. They were further behind in this path, so I stayed in when Agatha played mid because they were more likely to try and play into the path that they were less behind in. What command are you looking for? Silence, is it this one? I do not have a command in chat helping people get the APK. That's not something I'm actively promoting on my channel. I will tell you it exists. I'm not going to help you do it. What? I snapped here on one because we have wave into Agatha. And their Gambit killed my Shadowlands. Alright, GG easy. What a masterful turn one snap, chat. What a masterful turn one snap. I want to move their stuff there. I'm just gonna Hulk. I'm gonna hedge all three paths here, basically, I think. And then Captain Marvel is just like the queen of hedging all the paths. So go ahead and Giganto left. He's a big boy, chat. A large lad, if you would. We're just girl monsters now, yeah, basically. The Hulk's just a vanilla boy, chat. 6 mana, 11 power. All right, let's play one more with Agatha so we can upgrade her card, then we'll slide along to some magic. Remember, if you're new here and you enjoy the vibe of the Snap channel, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, Hoaglandia Snap. We're doing Snap every morning to start the stream this week. Had a new deck highlight post there today. We'll have another one up tomorrow as well. Had some stuff post over the weekend also. Again, I feel like anytime I have my 3 mana accelerants, we just snap on one. We'll get to draw Domino next turn, and then she'll wave or Electro on 3. And then even if she Electros, right, like we'll probably Captain Marvel. We could wave on 4. If they Electro into wave, it's a little bit bad for us, but if they Electro into Marvel, that's fine, and they might just wave on 3. Spot sneaking into the Crimson Cosmos here. No, we do not know what the patch details are tomorrow. We just know that a Nova nerf is coming in them. They also said they were considering nerfs to a few other cards without mentioning which ones. They also said they were considering a few different buffs. Okay, Jessica Jones is actually a decent draw here because it means Agatha choosing at random has 2 5-drops to play from next turn. So if we get a 5-drop next turn into Agatha on 5, we're in a pretty good spot here. Yeah, hopefully the domino bug gets fixed in the patch tomorrow. Usually it's not too bad if you click on her. Sometimes she gets stuck behind the card though. If Agatha's not controlling the game for you, you can also drag a card into the same lane Domino is to make her appear correctly. Yeah, Jessica Jones is a great play here. And then again, if Agatha can play herself, she will. So we're guaranteed to have Agatha play next turn. Hopefully Jessica Jones means that we win Hala here. I guess if they have like a Devil Dino into Hala, we get into a lot of trouble here. If we win Hala here with 11, we're in a good spot though. Well, that's scary. Okay, that's a tie. That's fine. Could have gone worse. Agatha playing into Hala is sad, but it is what it is. Oh, I guess New York means we can kind of mess this around a little bit, huh? Well, there aren't any other 6-drops that have 13 power like she does. Like this is the baseline for a 6-drop is only 11. And again, it's noteworthy that she's an extra card. She doesn't replace a card in your opening hand. You get her plus your normal 3 starting cards. So the likelihood of everything else lining up is different. Ooh, okay, well that's a sick hit for us. So they just sewer system there. Seems good for the home team. Okay, and now we just Magneto right? Because we're up by a bunch here, and they can't play anything else here. And they can't Nova Carnage us, so they only have 1 spot here, and they can't play 1, 2s, and 3s here. And we snapped earlier, so we're in it. Survey says this is gonna be plus 11 here, so it'll be 12 to their 9. They have like a claw. Claw gets us. Just to Chavez, get out of here. This loses to Khazar. Does it? Yeah, you're right. It would lose to Khazar. It's a good shout. Thankfully, I'm lucky. So they couldn't. No, they already moved the Nightcrawler. They moved Nightcrawler last turn. The Nightcrawler's not hovering. It's already moved. the upgrade, please. Mystery box, 200 more credits, 45 to 21 more levels. So I will guaranteed get a new card tonight. It's nice to see what that is for tomorrow morning. All right, that's gonna wrap up on snapping for this morning. We're gonna flip gears over to playing some